Hello, my name is Emma Eide, and the company I'm going to be talking about today is Hoka. So what is Hoka? What are their products? We are going to be primarily talking about Hoka shoes, and the types of shoes that they specialize in is athletic shoes. So what are the Hoka shoes? What are they known for? They're known for road running shoes, trail running shoes, hiking, walking, orthopedic, lifestyle, training in the gym, and then also recovery shoes. Now, about Hoka, what is the company, where they come from? In 2009, in France, Nicolas Merman and Gina L. Descard designed shoes that would make it easier for them to navigate difficult terrain and also run downhill. So that was kind of how it started. They needed more stability and support in their shoes when they were doing these kinds of activities. Now their headquarters are in California, and in 2013, after they were doing much better, they were kind of picking up, creating all these new different shoes. A subsidiary of Decker's Brands actually bought Hoka. So they're not only just shoes, they also do all kinds of running gear. So socks, shirts, sports bras, sweatshirts, shorts, they do it all for both men and women. So what are the events or the interview that we're going to be doing and that I'm going to be doing for this project? So we're going to have two events. One is going to include the Hoka Clifton 8 because those are very popular. They do both running as well as walking, some of their most popular shoes. And while we look at those shoes and ask people how they like them, the event's going to be taking place on a track. People can run or walk 3 miles. There's no time limit or anything like that. And then the next shoe we're going to be looking at is Hoka Speedgoat 5. Now, these are very popular shoes that are used on trails for both running and walking. And so for this, people are going to be participating on a trail for 3 miles and also running or walking. And no, there's no time limit or anything like that. And we chose these shoes just because everybody loves them whether you're walking or running. So what is our target audience? For our participants, we are going to be randomly sampling or picking 100 people 18 and over and all activity level types. So they could be people who are just, they just do their stroll throughout the day, or they could be intense athletes that train like Olympians. And for going to be selecting these participants, or how they can sign up, is we're going to be doing an Instagram post, Facebook post, local gym, have it advertised there, as well as a news broadcast. And it'll have instructions on where to sign up. And then to pick who's there, we're just going to do random sampling where a generator is going to go through and pick 100 people, no matter what their age is, their gender, their activity level, where they live, anything like that. Just a random 100 people, no bias, no anything, just random 100 people. And then to make sure these participants stay unbiased, because we don't know who's used Hoka, who hasn't, who knows about Hoka or anything like that, we are going to make sure the shoes have absolutely no branding on it. None. We're going to just cover it up with some tape. That way, because our incentive is going to be giving people the shoes at the end, they can just take the tape off and they'll be good to go. And then picking out the interviewees, or the interviewers, we're going to pick 25 people. We need to make sure that they're non-biased. They're truly there just to ask the questions and nothing else. And then the day before, we are going to train them and make sure that they are able to ask these questions with no bias, as well as are able to ask these questions overall. And then to ensure that everything is unbiased and everything is good, we are going to make sure that these interviews that are happening the day of the event are recorded. So that way nothing's missing when they're scribing them or anything like that. And then during the event, to ask kind of what the shoes are like, what their thoughts are, we're going to be asking 10 questions that are an assortment of open-ended questions, closed-ended questions, qualitative questions, quantitative questions. And then also it's going to be tend to be in a more of a reverse funnel where close-ended is starting off and then it goes into open-ended. Now getting into the actual event and the face-to-face questions or interviews, we're going to be looking at the opening, so the script that they're going to say, the questions, and then the closing. So in the opening, they're going to start off with this script, and I can read it to you. It says, "Hello everyone, welcome to today's event. Today we'll be participating in the track portion of the research." And then this will change based on the event, whether it's track or trail. "Earlier, you were put in groups of 25 to determine what track you'll be on. At 9 a.m., you will start your 3 miles. These can be completed by running, walking, or a mix of both. There are also no time limits in the way that you can go at your own pace. While you are completing the 3 miles, please pay attention to how the shoes are holding up, making you feel, and after your 3 miles, you'll meet with one of our interviewers who will ask you a few questions on how you are feeling. The interviewers will also be stationed at the center of your track. Thank you and have a good 3 miles." And then after they've completed their 3 miles, the next portion of the script where they actually start the interviews will be, once they get to the tent, "Hi, my name is Emma and I'll be conducting your interview. I'll be asking 10 questions about your 3-mile shoe experience." And then they're going to get right into the questions. And again, before they do this, they're recording, that way nothing is forgotten. And then the questions are, what is your age, gender, and how fast did you complete the 3 miles? Did you mostly walk or run? Please rate your experience with the shoes overall, 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, while 10 being the best. And then what is the reason for your rating? How did the shoe make your feet feel when you first put them on? How would you rate the support that the shoes give you from a 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best? Are there ways that the support could have been more improved? What is the element you liked about the shoes? Please go into detail. What is the element that you do not like about the shoes? Go into detail. Would you wear these shoes again? What is the reason? Would you recommend these shoes to a friend? What suggestion do you have for making these shoes better? And then once they've completed that, our closing. Thank you for participating. These are all the questions I have. Your response and feedback will be submitted to our marketing and developing teams to help with the promoting of the shoes and for making changes and improvements on the styles and features in the future. Your participation has been extremely valuable. You can return your shoes to the welcome tent where you checked in. Your shoes will be kept until the research is final to ensure that other participants stay unbiased. Thank you for joining us today. So yeah, that is my little presentation. And yes, thank you.